Hey everyone, it's Kaylin, and thanks so much for being here with me today. Today I'm excited to bring you a quick and relaxing evening Pilates routine. So this is perfect when you are looking to wind down at the end of your day, when you are getting ready for bed and just want to relax and unwind. It also could be great during the day if you find yourself in a stressful moment and you just want to take some nice, easy, relaxing movements. This would be great for that as well. So either way, we are going to get started in standing. So we're going to start in the standing, doing some movements here, and then eventually come down onto the mat and eventually onto our back. So in the standing position, go ahead and find that alignment of toes, knees, and hips pointing forward, and the arms are just down by your sides. I want you to feel your core pulling in and up, and then your crown of your head reaching tall. Take that deep breath in here. And then on your exhale, you're gonna roll down. So bring your chin towards your chest. And let the arms be heavy, the top of the head be heavy, as you bring that upper body down towards the floor. Good, stay nice and heavy here in the upper body. Take an inhale here. Exhale, start to roll the spine back up. If you need to bend the knees a little bit, feel free if you're feeling tight in the hamstrings or the lower back. And then inhale back at the top. Exhale, chin to chest to bring it forward. Good, roll it down. If your fingers don't touch the floor at the bottom, that's okay. I'd like you to keep your legs somewhat straight, maybe with a slight bend. And then roll it back up. Good, and lift. We're going to do one more just like that. Exhale. Think of the upper body and the fingers like being a big bag of sand, and there's sand dripping from the top of the head and the fingertips. As you roll down, you're just letting the weight of everything release out of the top of your body. And then I want you to roll back up to standing, leaving that heaviness down on the floor, and then come all the way back up. All right. Stay here in standing now, and we're going to take that left leg and we're going to cross it behind the right. And both feet are flat on the floor. Now, hips stay facing forward. I just want you to take your left arm. You're going to reach up towards the ceiling, grab it with your right hand, and then reach up and over. Just a really nice side stretch here. You can kind of accentuate the hips opening to the side. Good, one more breath. And then bring it back to center. We're going to go ahead and switch sides. Good, make sure to connect into those inner thighs, engaging, just to find that stability. Good, reach, lengthen, try to keep the shoulders down, back and open, keeping that chest forward. One more breath here. And then go ahead and bring it all the way back up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and walk to the back of our mats, and we're gonna roll down into a downward dog. So hands are by your sides. Take that nice deep breath in here at the top. Exhale, chin to chest. We start to round forward, just like we did at the beginning. This time, if your fingers don't touch the floor, bend your knees enough so that they do, and start to walk yourself out into a downward dog position. So fingers are wide along the floor, and heels are reaching down. If you need to bend the knees to get those heels down farther, please go ahead and do that. I'd rather have that than the spine rounded. So really think of keeping the spine nice and long. And from there, you can see how far you can straighten the legs before you start to round into the back, and then stop there and find that nice straight spine. Now go ahead and hold this, cross your right ankle over your left. And now see if you can really drop that left heel down to the mat. This is just a nice calf stretch. Good, switch sides. So right foot down, left ankle crosses. Try to get that right ankle to the mat. Good. And then go ahead and uncross those ankles here. And we're going to drop to your knees and then move into cat and cow. Inhaling to expand. Exhale, lift the belly and round. Good. Inhale. And exhale. If you have a dog at the end of your mat like I do, maybe give him a little pet. Hey, buddy. Good. Exhale, round. Good. Do a couple more. Good. Last one. And then start moving those hips into circles. So you'll add the upper body in here if that feels good for you, but you're just finding these nice, yummy spinal circles here and hip circles. Moving in one direction first. And then go ahead and switch other direction. Good. And last one. Now let's go ahead and come facing the front, and we're going to come into a kneeling side plank position. So this is more about just moving the upper body here, so opening up that side body as well. So we're going to take that hand right underneath that bottom shoulder and send that top leg long. That top leg is just going to stabilize here on the floor. Press your glutes forward to engage that lower body. Go ahead and take that top arm up to the ceiling. We're going to inhale as we send that arm back behind us. Get a nice opening stretch here. And I want you to exhale, just round that upper body as you bring the arm under. Good. Inhale, send it up and open. And exhale to round. Good. Inhale, up and open. And exhale, round. Let's do one more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Now take that arm up overhead or over your ear with that arm reaching away from you and those hips lifting. And you find this beautiful side stretch from fingers to toes. Good. Take one more breath here. And then exhale, go ahead and bring that leg down. We're going to go switch it right to the other side. So bring that hand down. Other leg reaches long. Good, extend. All those same rules apply. Engage the glutes, shoulder down and back. All right, let's go ahead and take that arm up to the ceiling. Take an inhale, open up towards the ceiling, expand, and then we exhale round. Good, inhale, sweep it up. Open and exhale round. Good, a few more just like that. And last one. And round. Good, now take that arm over your ear. Good, lift the hips a little bit higher. Feel that nice stretch along that top side. Take one more deep breath in here. And then exhale. Go ahead and bring it all the way back to center. All right, this time I want you to stay on your knees, but I want you to turn and face the side. So let's go ahead and take that left leg and we're going to bring it forward. So we're going to come into a nice hip flexor stretch first. So we're going to open up through that front right hip. Think of squeezing that right glute and then lifting up through your core. Whew, that makes such a big difference. And then hold that as you lean forward just a little bit. We don't want to sink into the joints. So just stay here more, think of lifting up as opposed to sending your weight forward. Good. Take one more breath here. Good, now this time come up and over, right over this leg that's on the floor. You might have to shift your other leg back a little bit. We're going to do a little rotation here. So both arms are going to come forward. Think of squeezing your midline together of your lower body. And then we're going to take an inhale as we start to send that left arm back. Look over that left shoulder, reach, and then bring it back to center. Good. Other side. Inhale, open, look back, reach. Good. Bring it back to center. Good. Inhale, twist, reach. Good. Back to center. One more. Twist, open, reach. Good. And back to center. All right. So now what I want you to do is take yourself into that deeper lunge with the hands on the floor. So you might have to shift that back leg back a little bit. Keep the front knee facing straight forward. And you just feel that beautiful opening in that front right hip. I want you to keep that right hand on the floor as you send that left arm up towards the ceiling for that rotation. Good. Hold here. One more breath. And then exhale. Go ahead and bring it to the floor. Now I want you to shift your hips back into a hamstring stretch. So lift your toes off the mat so that your heel is digging in, and pull your left hip back as you push your right hip forward. And then we're going to start to fold over that leg a little bit deeper. Let the upper body release, let the head and the neck release. Good. One more breath here. Good. Start to come forward again, and this time keep your fingers on the mat and see if you can swing that left leg back and then come back up. We're going to do that lunge on the other side. So go ahead and send that right leg forward and start to come forward just a little bit. It's going to be so minor. And then once you're there, again, squeeze your left glute. Pull up through that left quad and engage through your core. And again, pull into the midline. Find that stability here. Shoulders are down and relaxed. We're trying to drop that tension away. Release and relax. Good. Bring yourself back up over that left leg. So scoot that right leg back if you need to. Find that stability, still engaging, squeezing the glutes. Arms come forward. Good. Inhale, we're going to open that right arm out to the right as we look over that right shoulder and then bring it back to center. Good. Over to the left. Inhale, open. Good. Exhale, center. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Walk that right foot a little more forward to come into that deeper lunge, or shift that left leg back. Hands on either side of that right foot. Go ahead and take now your left hand to the mat. Right arm's going to reach up, twist open. Good. Shoulders down and back, squeezing. Nice deep inhale here. And then go ahead and bring the arm back down. Shift the hips back for that hamstring stretch. Toes lift, right hip pulls back, left hip pushes forward, and then relax over that front leg. Good. One more deep breath. Very nice. Start to bring yourself back onto those fingertips. Sweep that leg back. This time, though, I want you to come forward onto hands and knees. And we're going to come into just a really quick plank, so not too long. You can stay on your knees here if you'd like, or you can go ahead and lift those knees up. Feel that nice opening you just created in the front body here, and that connection into the back body. Slide the shoulders down, reach the crown of the head long, and we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time drop to your knees, keep yourself in the kneeling plank, and then slowly lower yourself all the way to the floor. All right, and then we're going to flip over and come into a seated position. So I'm going to go ahead and face this way. Heel flip over and then sit up nice and tall. So we're going to take a quick break here and then we will be right back for the rest of class. Let's extend the legs now, nice and long. And we're just going to get a nice seated forward fold before we come all the way down to the back. So flex through those ankles, reach those arms up to the ceiling. Nice long side body, and then start to hinge forward and then grab on wherever you can. And just let your upper body release towards the legs. Let your shoulders release and your forehead. Good, one more breath. And start to stack the spine back up. And now we're gonna roll ourselves all the way down onto the mat. I want you to make this a nice slow motion. So your knees will be bent, feet on the floor, and really come down nice and slow, one bone at a time, until you come all the way down, that head releases. Let's go ahead and just turn the head slowly side to side. And then we'll bring it back into center. All right, so from here, we're gonna take the legs up to tabletop. And we're gonna come up for just a little bit into an abdominal curl. And I want you to think of really stretching through the backs of the hamstrings while we do this exercise. You're gonna lift up, straighten both legs, flex both ankles. You're gonna pull one leg towards you, almost really, forcing that nice hamstring stretch with your upper body. And then go ahead and switch. Other leg comes in, reach the other leg away. Good, and switch. Good, and switch. If this is too much with your head up, go ahead and bring your head down. It might just be a little harder to grab on to the bottom of that leg, but you can always grab on behind the thigh. Good, we only have one more set. Good, and switch. Good, bend the knees, lower the spine down, and then bring your feet to the mat. All right, we're gonna do some rolling bridges here. So just opening up that front body a little bit more. Arms pressing down by your sides. Take that deep breath in. On your exhale, start to tuck that tailbone under, roll the spine up. Good, lift and reach nice and long. Inhale at the top, exhale, lower bone by bone, all the way down and release. Good, inhale here, exhale, roll up, peel up. Good, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, lower. Good, and release. So this is nice. You can keep moving, by the way. This is nice when, if you sit a lot during the day, which many of us do, really opens up the front of those hip flexors, the quads, and also helps to just really mobilize our spine after maybe it was tight during the day and we didn't move it as much as we should. So let's do one more just like that. Good, exhale, lower all the way down and release. Good, so now I want you to go ahead and draw your arms to a T and draw your legs to a tabletop position. And we're gonna slowly drop those legs over to the right. And they are gonna come all the way down onto the mat. Yes, and they're gonna let them stay there. So that upper body is nice and still, that lower body is reaching over to the right. Really nice stretch for that lower back. Good, one more breath here. Okay, now using your core, I want you to bring those legs back up through center and then over to the other side. Let those legs drop to the left. Maybe your gaze comes over your right shoulder, and then let them release down and hold there. Good, one more breath. All right, come back to center. I want you to rock yourself back up to a seated position and then come back over so that you are on all fours. So we're going to do a kind of a child's pose into an up dog position. So we are going to find some length through our spine and then a little bit of an extension. So here's how this is going to look. Go ahead and come onto hands and knees. And we're going to have the knees maybe slightly wider apart than normal. And we're going to go ahead and take our hips back as we round the spine and bring the hips towards the heels. And we're going to start to send the spine forward, rounding through the arms until we drop the hips and then lift the heart and keep those arms nice and straight. Good. Exhale, scoop the belly back as we round the spine back to that child's pose. And then exhale, round forward. Good, maybe bring the knees a little closer. That seems to feel a little bit better, especially in this upward dog position. Go ahead and lift that heart and chest. Keep that core engaged and lift with that core as you bring yourself back into that child's pose. Drop the hips to the heels. Good, bring it back up and forward. Good, lift that heart, lift that chest. Good, and last one, bring it back. Good, feel that stretch. And then bring it back forward. This time I want you to stay here in this position, but I want you to start to bend the elbows and let the hips come to the floor, and then lower down enough that you can bring your hands a little bit wider onto the mat. And then we're gonna start to bring ourselves up in just more of our traditional swan Pilates position, pressing the upper body up, elbows stay pulling in towards the sides, and then we lower it all the way down. Good, let's do that again. Pull that belly in, use your glutes to help stabilize that lower body and protect the lower back. And then exhale, we lower. Good, I want you to do one more just like that. Good, lift up, lengthen, and lower it down. All right, press into those hands. This time, I want you to finish in a child's pose, a nice wide child's pose with the hips back. Let everything release to the floor. And just breathe here. As you're here, just think of, again, relaxing the face and the jaw, the shoulders, the hips. Anywhere where you feel tension, just let it go. Use each exhale to let all that heaviness go. Okay, let's take one more breath. Then go start to sit onto the heels as you stack the spine up, coming up nice and tall. Go ahead and give those shoulders a roll back, up and down. And let's do one more just like that, rolling the shoulders back, up and down. And then go ahead and bring yourself forward into a nice, easy seated position. Hopefully you are feeling nice and relaxed, stretched out maybe, ready for your nighttime routine and for bedtime and a good night's sleep, hopefully. That's the goal, right? That's always the goal. All right, let's, well, I actually wanted to mention one thing before we finish. If you are interested in helping to support this channel, there is a link in the description below. I want to continue to provide these free videos to you all. I love doing these videos and I love this community, and I am grateful for you so very much. So if you get a chance to check out that that link, please go ahead and do that. I would appreciate it. So if you're interested in trying maybe another video today or tomorrow, I'll go ahead and link to here. So this one I think is a great option for you here. And then this one down here is my most recent upload. So hope you guys enjoy that. And I look forward to seeing you here on the mat next time. Take care.